colleagues on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to all of you. I would like to thank FSAI for organizing this event because I think there has been a lot of focus on industrial development, a lot of focus on scientific development, but there has been very few forums where we have been discussing more on fire and safety. And in most of the companies, there is still a culture that fire and safety is treated more like a compliance. It's not something which is being discussed more from a strategic perspective. And most of the investments which are happening for fire and safety compliance, they are more that, okay, this is a requirement from a regulator, let's do it. It's not that, hey, this is need of the hour and we need to do it. If we look from the Telangana life sciences perspective, we are pharmaceutical capital of India. Rather, we are pharmaceutical capital of the world also if you look from that state perspective and the amount of production which we do. 40% of APIs and generics which are exported outside India, they are produced here in Telangana. We are vaccine capital of the world because 1/3 of global world vaccine that is produced here. It means every third vaccine which you see here on the planet is actually produced on this soil. And Telangana played a key role during COVID because of the mass vaccine manufacturing which we did, not just for the country but even for the entire world. If you look from the global capability centers perspective, again, we are the life sciences and healthcare global capability center of the world. The number of GCCs which we have here in Hyderabad, Telangana is highest compared to any other city in the world. If we look at FDA approved manufacturing plants, we have got 269 plus, and that is much more than any other city, including any city in US as well. The next is New Jersey in US, which has around 190. So I think with this huge infrastructure, there comes a huge responsibility. And forums like this could raise the bar, they could raise the awareness, and they could take the discussion to the next level. I was discussing with Director for Fire Safety here for the state of Telangana, right? And he was telling me that what all has changed over last few years, right? And what all has not changed and needs to change. I think a couple of things which probably need to change. One is that it should not be seen as a compliance thing. Second is that fire and safety should not be limited to CCTV cameras, limited to access controls, limited to just organizing those fire drills. It should go up, and instead of acting on the things once event has occurred, there should be more and more utilization of all the technologies which are available. So there are a lot of technologies which are currently available using AI and deep tech where you can do predictive analytics. And I think that is something which FSAI can do looking at the network which it has built. So there is an opportunity where they can partner with global tech players and they can say that, hey, these are the events which have occurred in the past, how we can use latest technologies so that we move to predictive analytics instead of doing something and calling fire brigade once fire has occurred. Second is that the nature of fire safety which is required, especially from the pharmaceutical perspective, is you look at the nature of chemicals which are being used, right? You look at nature of biological components and the biological research which is happening and what type of issues which it can cause. I think safety probably needs to move from just being physical safety. I think it needs to move and go a level up where it should be more on the entire security, whether it is data security, whether it is infrastructure security, whether it is your hazardous chemical security, whether it is biologic security, because still when people hear on fire and safety, they still look only at the physical infrastructure. And I think there is an opportunity for FSAI, one, to integrate technology, to get into predictive maintenance. Second is to redefine the safety norms, because we are still using several decades old safety norms which only calls of physical infrastructure. Probably we need to start talking of digital infrastructure security, we need to start talking of biologics infrastructure security, we need to start talking of chemical infrastructure security, because at the end of the day, safety is not just physical safety, safety is much more beyond that physical infrastructure and is slowly being redefined with the way we live and the way nature of hazardous components and the nature of all the components which come under safety is changing. So with this, I wish this event a great success, and I look forward to hearing more on what is coming out at end of day and what are we going to do differently as we move as part of FSAI in years to come, in decades to come. Thank you so much.